Good afternoon, everyone. I'd like to welcome everybody to our town council meeting Thursday, March 19th, 2026. Kim, if you will please call roll.
Mr. Webb.
Here.
Ms. Quetch. Here. Ms. Pillion.
Here.
And Mayor Anderson.
Here.
Let the record reflect Vice Mayor Austin is absent.
If everyone will please rise for the pledge of allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Now, I would like someone to make a motion to approve the today's agenda.
So moved. I'll second.
Any further discussion? Kim, if you'll please call roll.
Mr. Webb.
Aye.
Ms. Quetch.
Aye.
Ms. Pillion.
Aye.
And Mayor Anderson. I'm out of order.
All right, aye. So now we're going to move on down to public comment. Please note that we have one person signed up for public comment. If you will come forward and state your first and last name and your mailing address, Miss Janie Jarvis. Yes, ma'am. If both of y'all please just state your name for the record.
Janie Jarvis. I am the acquisition director for Goodwill Industries. If you're not familiar, that Geneva stands for Tennessee and Southwest Virginia United States. And our corporate office is in Kingsport.
Good afternoon, Mayor Anderson. My name is Kimberly Miller. I'm the Director of Transportation and Logistics for Goodwill. And we're here on your behalf today, just really to kind of share our message and that we are growing. We have 2 locations in the Abingdon area, and we are rehabbing our current building over the next few months. So lots of construction going on over there. But we're also looking to grow our donations in the area. So looking for an additional site, and that's where Janie comes in for an intended donation center.
And those are the trailers that you see with the attendants that are 7 days a week now. We're looking at one probably exit 17, am I correct with that number? Got a couple of places in mind, but I guess putting a bug in your ear, if you know of anyone that would like to have a little more income coming in on a property that's sitting with a good traffic flow, that's probably what I would look at with them and have a discussion. So, and we do a lot more than just the donation in. We have really ramped up our recycling efforts. Would love to talk to you guys more about that. We do cardboard. We're partnering with Eastman and Domtar in Kingsport, so we're doing cardboard. We do electronics. We have a partnership with Dell. That money comes back into the community.
100%.
Yeah, and we also do glass and plastic recycling. So that's just, a lot of people don't know. They think we're a retail store, and that's basically it. But we definitely are growing and have a whole lot to offer.
Currently recycling over 100,000 pounds of textiles per month. So, and those all are jobs for people in the area. So we definitely help support veterans' efforts in the area, transitional from military into career training. Seniors, we offer training free of charge for seniors, and we help place them, whether it's at Goodwill or other jobs as well. So we help people with their resume writing, if they're transitioning from one career or were displaced from another. Goodwill helps provide that gap. So our number one thing is providing jobs for the community.
Right. We also have a home pickup program that we do come up into this market. We pick up anything from estate sales to yard sales to individual homes, businesses that are going out of business. So again, recommendations are greatly appreciated. And that again is Tuesday through Saturday that we have that service. And that's of no charge. Obviously.
What hours? Is it just by appointment on the pickup or something?
Yes, you would call into our corporate office. It rolls over to me,
Okay.
and then I schedule that.
Okay.
So 2 quick questions. Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I know, I was just off a car with her.
Two quick
Thanks.
questions. So if you donate clothing and you're not able to use the clothing, you recycle the textiles?
Yes, we do.
So that's great, because I really hate to throw things away. And when you have a bunch of kids, you end up with a bunch of clothes. And I'm glad to know that if you can't use them. So even if it's something that's stained or worn,
We use it.
okay,
So
great.
we basically sort it good, better, best, and we recycle not only, so the really good product, maybe that's something that you just bought, you didn't wear, or slightly worn, it goes into our, we go into our stores, we try to sell it. If it doesn't sell, then we also bundle those and sell those to an aftermarket, and that money provides support for our missions. But then also we have different textile companies, rag companies, plastic recyclers that buy from us, and they use it for insulation for cars, so they recycle the fibers, and it keeps it all out of the landfill, right?
love
So
that.
and we do the same thing, whether it's the plastic bin that you bring to us with the clothing, we also recycle those. We recycle books. So there's lots of different avenues, and I was on a call this morning with somebody from New York, a buyer looking for more textiles.
Does the merchandise stay local? Or does it go?
It goes first to the stores locally to try to sell.
And we have
Right.
17 of those,
Okay.
yeah, in the Northeast Tennessee, Southwest Virginia. Sorry if I interrupted you.
That's okay.
Okay. That's great. And so when you do pickup, so furniture,
Absolutely.
so if you have furniture that you want to get rid of, you will come pick it up.
Yes,
Oh,
our
good to know.
guidelines are that you have to text me a picture. That way we kind of get an eye on, again, trying to keep everything out of the landfill. If we see that it's something that we could not resell in the stores, then it's depending on the situation. I picked up a pickup this morning, and the gentleman that booked it had expressed to me they had a child going through chemo, and that he was trying to move and he was overwhelmed. And the items weren't necessarily something we could resell, but we did it.
Did it
And,
anyway.
took good care of them. So there's an exception to every situation.
That's wonderful to know. That's great. Okay, and then one more question, and I'm so sorry, but I'm learning a lot, and so I want to know. So with the recycling, is it just like you have recycling bins?
We don't have the bins, but
Mhm.
what, in our centers, so like when you go to donate, we have different bins, Gaylords in there. So
Okay.
one may be for your used Dell computer.
Okay.
And then Dell, once a month or once a quarter, will pick up a truckload. And then they recycle and sort, so they may pull out chips, they'll recycle the plastics, all of the components of that to keep it out of the landfill. So,
I was at Bristol Motor Speedway a couple of weeks ago, and I approached them about their electronics, and they just went, "What? We've been looking for years to find someone to come
Take
get all
them.
this stuff." They had closets full of just stuff that they needed the room, but didn't know where to take it. So we ended up picking it up yesterday.
Yep.
This week's flown by, but yeah. So
But when you said like the glass and the cardboard recycling, do you all have bins for people to drop that off at your drop-offs? Is that what you're
yes,
looking?
we
Okay.
have at our attended donation centers, we have a bin specifically for cardboard. We have balers at our current location, and then we bale it and then resell it to Domtar.
Okay.
And there's an
So-
attendant
We've
at
been
all of
looking for
those
that for a long
trailers
time.
that separates that when it's brought in. So, like I said, when you pull up to those, you'll have someone help you get everything out of the car. They'll put it where it needs to go, and then we have a truck pull in and get it, and then take it back to the warehouse.
That's awesome.
These are all great things to
I think
know.
that is great things. You ladies are doing great
Yeah,
things.
Hope we didn't keep you, but thank you.
Thank you so
I've
much.
learned
You
so
all.
much.
Thank you, have a great day.
Thank you.
Thank you all.
I always have a lot of stuff.
Now we're going to move down to proclamations. We have one proclamation today, and that's going to be the proclamation in memory of Glenn Foster for his 52.3 years of dedicated service to the town of Abingdon. And I'm going to have Councilmember Derek Webb read that, please.
Thank you, Mayor Anderson. It is truly my honor to read this. I will read a proclamation in memory of Glenn Foster for 52.53 years of dedicated service to the town of Abingdon. Whereas Glenn Foster began his career with the town of Abingdon on April 23, 1965, humbly riding on the back of a trash collection truck, demonstrating from his very first day a willingness to perform the essential work that keeps a community clean, safe, and thriving. And whereas through dedication, hard work, leadership, and commitment to public service, he rose to the ranks to serve as Superintendent of Collections, where he faithfully guided operations and personnel. And whereas over the remarkable span of 52.53 years of service, I'm going to say that one more time.
Yes.
52.53 years of service, unbelievable. He became not only a leader within the department, but also a steady and dependable presence. And whereas his commitment to service extended beyond municipal work, and he also performed maintenance for the Belk Building and could occasionally be found assisting on the sales floor, where he was known for his professionalism and personable nature. And whereas his entrepreneurship, he owned and operated his own cleaning business, further contributing to the well-being and upkeep of the community he loved. And whereas his life's work reflects the values of perseverance, humility, and service, leaving a lasting imprint on the town of Abingdon and all who had the privilege to work alongside him. Now, therefore, Mayor Dwayne Anderson of the town of Abingdon, Virginia, on behalf of the town council, does hereby posthumously honor and recognize Glenn Foster for his extraordinary 52.53 years of dedicated public service and his meaningful contributions to our community. We extend our deepest gratitude for his lifelong commitment and express our sincere appreciation to his family for sharing him with our town for more than 5 decades. His legacy of service will not be forgotten. In witness whereof, I have hereunto set my hand and caused the seal of the town of Abingdon, Mayor Dwayne Anderson, to be affixed this 19th day of March 2026.
And I just want to extend to the family and everyone here. You all probably know that Glenn Foster was a very good friend of my family. Him and my father were right-hand mans. And today is an honor for me to have the proclamation read and for my name to be on the proclamation. And I just want to thank you all for coming out and to let you all know this town of Abingdon really appreciated everything that Glenn Foster done for the town. And if y'all will come forward, for those who can come forward, I would like to present you all with a proclamation, if that's okay.
Thank you.
Petition for VDOT is Kevin Worley.
Now we'll move on to public hearing. We don't have anyone signed up for public hearing today. So we'll open the public hearing and we will close the public hearing. And now we'll move on to resolutions. We have one resolution today, and that will be the resolution petition, the Virginia Department of Transportation and Maintenance payments for certain streets in the urban maintenance inventory system. And we'd ask Kevin Worley to come up and talk about that. Good afternoon, Kevin. How are you?
Good afternoon, Mayor. I appreciate you, and I appreciate all the council bearing with me for just a minute. I won't talk more than 45 minutes like usual. Just kidding. I do appreciate you recognizing Glenn. 36 and a half years I've worked with the town and worked with Glenn a lot of those, and nobody really knew that Glenn was really about 6'2", because the other thing they ever saw when he rode in that car was just a little head over the steering wheel. But that was Glenn, and that little hat. Glenn, I don't know how we bought that many hats, but he's had a hat as long as I ever knew it was that hat. So I think he washed it once, maybe. Anyway, this is a real quick one, and this is a benefit in behalf of the town. When Exit 17 was being reconstructed by VDOT, to put in the off-ramps, they had to actually, the take was for the businesses on Commerce Road, which was the Domino's and I think the Hampton Inn and some others there. And as a result of that, that road then closed and became vacated. That was actually part of our urban maintenance inventory that we actually get paid by the state for. And so in the closure of that road and the recognition of that by VDOT, the resolution that's in front of you at this point is simply that we will be taking on the Gravel Lake Road, and the map that's in your packets includes this. And what it's basically doing is we're adding, all it changes about a tenth of a mile in total, which is a little additional income that we get, but we already maintain Gravel Lake Road. Gravel Lake Road actually runs off of Cummings, stays in the town limits, then hits the Washington County limits and actually has a section that actually runs up and finishes the circle and comes back into the town limits, and then has a very short segment on the tail end of it. So usually we all get paid for roads inside, but VDOT actually pushed that we get maintained, since we're maintaining the entirety of the road, we're now getting paid for the entirety of that road. And that's all of this will be, is just the resolution that you agree to accept Gravel Lake Road and all the little segments as presented. I believe there were 3 additions in there, 2 deletions because those were just the short segments that were taken out to construct the exit. So at this point, I'll leave it to you guys. All we need to do is execute the resolution.
Kevin, I think this is a wonderful idea. I know that there's a couple of businesses on that road there. The Arringtons have reached out to me a couple of times, and I've made some calls to Mike Cochran, and we got him a new sign out there. I don't know if you remember that, Mike.
Yeah, it took about an hour to get the sign up.
Yeah. So I think that this is a wonderful.
We're doing maintenance on the roads anyway, and
Yes.
we're snow removal and those things. So VDOT actually recognized that we should be getting compensated additionally for those roads. And we will have some additional roads that will come up in the near future that we're looking at, some additions and some subdivisions that are actually being put into VDOT spec, and those roads will be included as well, and those will become part of the town's urban inventory. And we'll get that before you as soon as we get those approved. And we actually complete the subdivision. They don't like us to, I think you've actually read a couple of those roads and named those roads previous, but they won't let us put them in the inventory until the subdivision becomes officially open, and then they actually become our maintenance. At that point, we'll get them in there and get paid for them.
Thank you, Kevin.
All right, thank you, guys.
Thanks, Kevin.
Now, I would like to ask if anybody would like to make a motion for the resolution pending the Virginia Department of Transportation and Maintenance payments for certain streets in the urban maintenance.
I'll make that.
Any further discussion? Kim, if you'll please call roll.
Mr. Webb?
Aye.
Ms. Quetch? Ms. Pillion?
Aye.
And Mayor Anderson.
Aye. We have no first reading of ordinance today. We do have a second reading of ordinance, and that's going to be for Chapter 44, Article 5, Section 5-3-1, boundaries and proposed zoning map amendments to extend the entrance corridor overlay district following the parcels. And the parcels are on the screen. I think last time we can just play off the parcels that's on the screen, so I don't have to read all those. And we have my main man Gabe up to talk about that. Good afternoon, Gabe. How are you?
Good afternoon, Mayor. doing?
Doing
Council?
great, sir.
Nothing has changed with this from the first reading. The only thing I can report is we had one other person just reach out via email to me, just asking what were we looking to do. Provided them the same information that we did at the first, at Planning Commission and at Town Council here. They just said, thank you for the information. That was it. So other than that, everything staying the same, and no opposition to the ordinance change.
Anybody have any questions for Mr. Gabe?
Good.
Thank you, sir.
After the second reading of that, would anybody like to make or propose that we proceed with this?
I'll make that motion to adopt the ordinance.
Do I have a second to adopt this ordinance?
Second.
Any further discussion? Kim, if you'll please call roll.
Mr. Webb?
Aye.
Ms. Quetch? Ms. Pillion?
Aye.
And Mayor Anderson.
Aye. We have no consideration of bids today. No new business, no old business. Now we're going to have a miscellaneous business communications from our town manager, Mike Cochran.
Yes, thank you, Mayor, appreciate that. I honestly don't have a ton of stuff to go over, just based on the topics we have in front of us. I think we had a busy couple weeks, so I think we're all just glad that we're here and we're going to have a good meeting. I just want to say, our staff continues to get after it, and I appreciate that. If you happen to notice, spring is trying to make it here, and spring flowers are coming, and I think what you'll see is that Laney and Jennifer, who handle most of our plantings, have been extremely busy. They planted somewhere around like 1,000 bulbs of stuff that the deer like, and some things that deer don't like as well. So I think the town will look amazing here in just a short bit. So.
You said spring was here like a month ago, and then it snowed.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, because I got flowers that the deer don't like, and the snow looked great on the flowers. So yeah, that said, it is kind of unusual, but we're crossing our fingers that it's here to stay. So, thank you.
One thing that I would like to say, I just want to bring to everyone's attention that's here and the ones that are keyed in listening at their houses, to the Public Works, the Virginia Creeper Trail parking lot, that whole new look over there. That's a wonderful look. Thanks to Public Works for the hard work on that. And when I was coming to the meeting today, actually, they're still out there fine tuning that, but I think that's going to be a nice addition for the town of Abingdon and for everyone that partakes at the Virginia Creeper Trail. Another thing would be we gave a big shout out to the Abingdon High School girls basketball team for their state championship. We did have a little ride through the town. The weather was kind of a little slushy. Me and the chief would call that slushy. But we had a nice turnout for that. And I just want everyone on the council, I don't know how everyone feels about it, but I would love to get the girls volleyball team here, the girls basketball team here, and we had some indoor track athletes that scored really high in their participating with the track team this year. I would like to get those young people in here and just bring to their attention that we appreciate everything that they are doing for the town of Abingdon and putting Abingdon on the town map. And I know me and Mike Cochran has talked, we've got the signage coming soon. But I think Mike has had to go back to the lab and
Bigger sign.
make a bigger sign
Yeah.
because things are getting bigger here in the town of Abingdon. And I'm very proud to say that I am the mayor here in the town of Abingdon, and that Abingdon High School, everyone up there from the teachers to the coaches and the students, they represent this town very well, and I'm very proud to say that I'm from Abingdon and to be where I'm at.
Yeah, Mayor, if you don't mind, if I could just add, I did happen to make the punishing ride to Richmond, but I took the back road, so I actually made it an hour and a half quicker than Chief Holbrook and his family because they got stuck on the interstate. But going to Richmond and watching the games, it was amazing to see. I watched a couple of playoffs and then going to the game, and our girls, they really took care of business and they handled it, and it was great to see. And the event was actually, they ticketed out, they had sold it out. It's in a decent sized arena. And if you're going to that area, it makes you appreciate Abingdon even more.
Yes, sir.
So,
Yes, sir.
yeah, it was a great game, and my car was still there when the game was over. It was even better. So,
Gotcha.
yeah.
Yes, sir.
Did you
Yes,
want to tell
sir.
them we have made contact?
Yeah, so we haven't made contact with the school, working on getting them for the April council meeting.
Thank you.
Hopefully
I've been
April
told there's an
7th.
all-state swimmer too. Somebody told me that
Oh,
this morning.
outstanding.
Yeah, so we need to reach out about swim.
Sure, thank you.
We'll try to get that. We'll try to talk to Ms. Cumbo up there, the principal at the high school, and see if we can't, maybe get everyone together for that.
Thanks.
I did see something that was on social media today that was, they're having the, Meet the Falcons. I think it's this Saturday for the tennis team and the baseball team. And I think there's a baseball game too going on at 2 o'clock at Falcon Park, if I'm
Yeah,
not
correct,
mistaken.
yeah. We were originally trying to get it done at the farmer's market, but then Ms. Cumbo had said they're going to pivot back and actually do it at the baseball because they have a game at 2, so,
Yes, sir.
yeah.
So if anyone has time to get out, please come out and support the spring sports for the Abington High School, and that will be this Saturday at, the game starts at 2, but
Yeah.
I'm not for sure
Don't know
about the
exactly.
time on that.
I'm sure they'll put it out there, and the good news is it'll be close to 70, so it'll be officially almost spring.
Yes, sir. I'm going to ask Amanda Fillion, do you have anything that you would like to share with the people?
No, I just appreciate our town staff and all the hard work that you all do. I know there've been a lot of phone calls and a lot of phone conversations and a lot of stuff this past week. And I personally went out and had a meeting with Chief Holbrook and Chief Estes and another council member. And just the knowledge and the dedication and the way that our staff in this town cares about our citizens is unmatched. And we should all be very thankful.
I'll second that, Amanda.
I
Miss-
echo the same thing.
Derek?
I'll say the same thing. I parallel what you all have said. Got a lot to be thankful for.
Okay, with that being said, we have, next we'll be moving on to appointments to boards and committee. We have one of those, and it's going to be for the Veterans Administration Board. It's appointment to fill the unexpired term of Christian Fauber, who has resigned. I think we had one person for that. And I think that was Isaiah Ellison was the name on that. I don't know if we should have to go to closed session for this. I think that if we just have the one, I'm in favor of,
I'd make that motion to appoint Isaiah Ellison to fill the unexpired term of Kristen Farber, who resigned from the Veterans Advisory Board.
I'll second.
It's okay.
any further discussion? Kim, if you'll please call roll.
Mr. Webb?
Aye.
Ms. Quetch?
Aye.
Ms. Pillion?
Aye.
And Mayor Anderson.
Aye. And with that being said, I think that might be a wrap for today.
Closed
Will you please read that,
Yes, I
please,
will.
Amanda?
As permitted by Virginia Code Section, I'd like to make a motion to go into closed session as permitted by Virginia Code Section 2.2-3711A8 to consult with legal counsel regarding specific legal matters requiring the provision of legal advice by such counsel.
I'll second that.
Any further discussion? Kim, if you'll please call roll.
Mr. Webb?
Aye.
Ms. Quetch?
Aye.
Ms. Pillion?
Aye.
And Mayor Anderson.
Aye.
To make a motion to reconvene, I move that the town council certify that. Okay, so sorry. I need to reconvene into open session.
I'll second.
Make that motion. I got ahead of
I'll
myself.
second.
Any further discussion? Kim, if you'll please call roll.
Mr. Webb?
Aye.
Ms. Quetch?
Aye.
Ms. Pillion?
Aye.
And Mayor Anderson.
Aye.
Okay, now, I move that the town council certify that in the closed session just concluded, nothing was discussed except the matter or matters specifically identified in the motion to convene in closed session and lawfully permitted to be discussed under the provisions of the Virginia Freedom of Information Act cited in that motion.
Mr. Webb, do you so certify?
I so certify.
Ms. Quetch? Do
I
you-
so certify.
Ms. Pillion?
I so certify.
And Mayor Anderson.
I so certify. And with that being said, we'll call this meeting adjourned.
Okay, drive good car.